Hi everyone, my name is Bev. I'm from Frankston Libraries. I've got some fun things to share with you today. We've got some STEAM activities for you. Even though I'm an adult, I've been learning for a very long time and I'm still learning every single day. I wonder what the word STEAM means. We've got S for science, T for technology, like scissors and computers and soda streams. And what about E for engineering, and A for arts, and M for mathematics? If you would like to try some of these things at home, make sure you've got a big person to help you or an adult to help you. And if you're not sure about some of the things we've talked about today, perhaps you could research them. And if I've made a mistake, can you please let me know? Because part of learning is about finding out about all sorts of things and not always understanding them, but trying to find out a little bit more each day. Let's get started. We're back to do a little bit of maths together today. We're going to make a maths game that you'll be able to use at home every day, perhaps. If you make it yourself, then you can modify it a little bit if you would like to, but this is just a little hint about something that you might be able to do at home. You'll just need a box of some sort like this. It might be the lid from some photocopier paper, or it might be the bottom of a shoebox, or it could be something else that looks a bit like this, but it needs to be quite shallow. And it needs to be big enough so that you'll be able to move something from side to side. So see if you can find something like that. I'm not sure if you've got some tubes or some cylinders at home, but you might need to make sure that they're not too hard so that you'll be able to cut them and make them smaller. I have cut some already. Can you see they're smaller already? And we have to be thinking about some maths because they're not all the same size. Did you see that? They look like they're the same, not the same length, but I would have guessed that they were about the same size, but they're not, because this one fits inside the other one. That's fairly amazing. So the size will be really important after we've put them inside the box, because before we manage to do that, we'll have to find something that looks like a ball. This is a ping pong ball, or a big marble, maybe a small marble, maybe you have a bouncy ball, but we'll need a ball of some sort. We'll just have to check before we use the cylinders to make sure that the area inside there is big enough for the ball to pass through. Because when we're finished with this game, we'll be making it look like this. We have to make sure that the balls can roll through those there. A little bit tricky. Here we go. I'm just going to check to see if the ping pong ball is going to fit through this one. There's a problem. So we couldn't use this ping pong ball with this cylinder. Let's try it with this one. Oh, it did fit in. Will it fall out the bottom? Oh, it's still a little bit tight. Can you see that? It doesn't really fall through. So if we were rolling something around in here and it couldn't quite go through that opening, it would get stuck. Let's try the marble. Oh, did you see that? When I put the marble through, it pushed the ping pong ball through. There it is. Ping pong ball is stuck in the middle there. I'll put the marble in. Oh. Let's try again. Oh! The ping pong ball just dropped out of the bottom. So we know that the marble's the right size. It just drops straight out. Let's see if the marble... There it is. So the marble is okay. What about the small marble? Will that roll faster or slower? Felt like it was a little bit faster. There it is, into the tub. So let's explain, now we know what you'll need to choose and how you'll need to do some measuring before you start. You might like to cut the cylinder into maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. You might have to measure it to check to see if they're almost the same length. Doesn't matter if they're not really the same length. I've got some extras over here. I've actually got 6 there. One group of 3 and another group of 3. There. But I don't think I've got room for 6. When I made this game another day, I tried to put 6 of them in there, but it was too crowded. So each time I tried to roll the marble through there, it wouldn't work. There were too many. So have a think about that. What I did then was I measured some paper. I had to cut some paper so it was just the right size to change the colour of that little cylinder. And then, as you can see, I wrote some numbers on the top. But I didn't put them in order because I see the 1 is next to the 3 and the 4 is a long way away from the 5. So I just put them in there randomly. And I've also decorated the outside of the box. Maybe you've got some stickers, or maybe you've got some extra paper that you could decorate. There will be a fair bit of measuring that you'll need to do. And measuring is a great thing to be learning about in maths. So, when you've got it all in there, I did stick these on with some sticky tape. I had to make sure that the tape was double-sided. So I stuck them on there with some sticky tape. And then I've got the marble, and I'm going to see if I can make the marble go through number 4. It's going to be a bit tricky. I hope you'll be able to see it. So I'll just drop the marble in the box. Oh no, it didn't go near number 4, and look what's happened at the bottom. It got stuck between the number 2 and the bottom of the box. So I'll just give that a little wiggle, get out of the way, oh, and that will be a bit better. I'll have to move the box from side to side. Oh, and the marble just went through number 5, and then it went through number 2, and then it went through number 3, but I can't quite get it. Oh, it went through number 1, and through number 1 and number 3 again. I'm just trying to get it through number 4. You have to go up and down and sideways. Hooray! It just went through number 4. So you could play this game maybe as an addition game, so you can add the numbers. Here the ball is going through number 2. Number 2, so we have 2. And now it's going to go through number 5. Oh dear. Now we've got 2 and 5, and we have to try to add them together. Okay, if you're very good at numbers, you'll know exactly how many that is. You may not even need to use your fingers. But maybe you could add 3 or 4 or 5 numbers together. Or maybe you could take away. Or maybe you could divide the numbers. It depends on how old you are about what sort of calculations you'll be able to make. So there's a maths game that you can have a little play with at home. You can build one yourself and see if the marble's going to go all the way through. A long time ago, I think I measured these, and I think the ping pong ball goes through these. Let's just check. Did you see that? It came through, but it still got stuck on the bottom. Here we go. Oh no, now that the numbers are upside down. Oh dear. There they go again. Oh. Through number 3, upside down 3. So I'm sure you'll have a little bit of fun with that game. A great game for watching, a great game for learning, all about adding and subtracting and maybe dividing. So have fun with that. Just have one more thing to show you about maths. Those things up there. Now, all you'll need are maybe some icy pole sticks. These are a little bit bigger than icy pole sticks, but the same shape. And you'll need quite a few of them because we're going to make a catapult. Have you heard of a catapult before? Now, it depends on how many sticks you're going to use, about how wide that space is going to be. Can you see that space is wide enough to put my finger through there? And I think I made one that was a little bit the same, wide enough to put my finger through there. But if you used more sticks joined together and pushed them up through there, that space there would be wider. I can show you. In this space, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them joined together with a rubber band. Rubber band on both sides. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 6. 5, 6. Okay. We'll join them together with a rubber band on one end to hold them firmly together. And the other end Now we've got 6 on here. There. This one only has 4. So now we'll need to put 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom, and then we have to join those together. We'll need to put a rubber band at the top. A bit tricky. If you need an adult to help you, or someone else to help you to put it all together, the rubber band holds them firmly together. And now, when I push 6 of them there, did you see that that space is much wider now? And this probably would make a catapult that would make something move in the air very, very fast. But sometimes when we're pressing this down and making it flick up like that, sometimes the stick can break. So you'll have to experiment about whether it's good to use 4 or 6 or 8 and see if it's going to work. But be prepared that sometimes it's actually a little bit hard for the stick not to break, or the stick might crack a little bit as well. I've got some pom-poms. They're very light, and I'm going to put a pom-pom on the end of the catapult. I might try the one with 4 first and see what happens when I push down the bottom. Oh! Did you see that? Went up quite high. Oh! Good job. What about a small one? You think a small one would go higher? I think it did. I think it did go higher. What about one that was even smaller? Oh! I'm not so sure. Maybe you just have to have a guess about how high the catapult made the pom-pom rise above the table. I want to try the other catapult that we just made together now. Oh, don't know if it's going to work or not. Let's give it a try. We'll try the white one. Here we go. Oh, I think it went higher. I think it did. Let's try the green one. Oh, it's gone right above, even taller than me. Even with quite a big pink one, I wonder if this is going to go high. Oh, about 1 metre into the air, I think. How about that? Catapults are very good fun, but it's really, really important that you use something on the catapult that's not going to hurt anyone if it flies up through the air. So see if you can find some pom-poms, or maybe you can roll up a little bit of paper, perhaps, and you can make something that isn't going to hurt other people. We don't want that to happen at home. So I hope you've had fun today. I hope that you are using all of your mathematical skills to learn new things every single day. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.